What if I told you that the world's richest person nearly lost everything twice in the same year and still kept pushing forward? Today, we're diving deep into the mind of Elon Musk, the South African immigrant who refused to accept limitations and literally shot for the stars. Picture this. It's 2008. The financial world is crashing. And while most billionaires are playing defense, one man is betting his entire fortune on two impossible dreams: electric cars that nobody wants and rockets that keep exploding. Most people called him crazy. Today, those same people drive Teslas and watch SpaceX launches on their phones. But here's what makes Musk's story absolutely fascinating. This isn't just another rags to riches tale. This is about someone who made billions, then risked it all, not once but repeatedly, chasing visions that seemed completely insane at the time. Let's start at the beginning. Born in Pretoria, South Africa, young Elon wasn't your typical kid. While other children played video games, he was creating them. By age 12, he had already sold his first piece of software. But here's the thing that set him apart early on. He wasn't just smart, he was obsessively curious about everything. The defining moment came when he decided to leave South Africa. At 17, he moved to Canada, then the United States, carrying nothing but ambition and an unshakable belief that he could help shape the future. Think about that for a second. How many teenagers would leave everything familiar behind to chase a dream in a foreign country? His first major breakthrough came with Zip2, a company he co-founded with his brother. When Compaq bought it for over $300 million, most people would have retired. Not Musk. He immediately poured his money into his next venture, which would eventually become PayPal. Here's where the story gets really interesting. When eBay acquired PayPal for $1.5 billion, Musk walked away with enough money to live comfortably forever. Instead, he made a decision that would define his entire career. He decided to tackle two of the most capital-intensive, failure-prone industries on Earth: automotive and aerospace. The conventional wisdom said electric cars were a joke. The batteries were too expensive, the range was terrible, and consumers didn't want them. Meanwhile, private space companies had a perfect track record of failure. Every expert told him he was throwing his money away. But Musk saw something different. He looked at these industries and saw inefficiency, complacency, and a complete lack of innovation. Where others saw impossible barriers, he saw engineering problems waiting to be solved. Tesla's early days were absolutely brutal. The Roadster project was a nightmare of cost overruns and production delays. Meanwhile, SpaceX was burning through cash with every failed launch. The first 3 Falcon 1 rockets exploded, each failure costing millions and bringing the company closer to bankruptcy. Then came 2008, the year that almost broke him. The financial crisis hit, Tesla was hemorrhaging money, and SpaceX had one last chance to prove their rocket could work. Musk had to choose between saving Tesla or SpaceX. Instead, he did something incredible. He split his remaining money between both companies and bet everything on one final attempt. The 4th Falcon 1 launch succeeded. It was SpaceX's first successful orbital flight, and it literally saved the company. But the stress nearly killed Musk. He was working 100-hour weeks, sleeping on factory floors, and pouring every dollar he had into keeping both companies alive. What happened next changed everything. Tesla started delivering cars that people actually wanted. The Model S became the first electric vehicle that was genuinely better than gasoline cars in almost every way. SpaceX began winning NASA contracts and revolutionizing space travel with reusable rockets. But here's what's truly remarkable about Musk's approach. While most entrepreneurs focus on one industry, he systematically identified the biggest problems facing humanity and decided to solve them simultaneously. Climate change, electric vehicles, and solar energy, becoming a multi-planetary species, reusable rockets, traffic congestion, underground tunnels, brain-computer interfaces, Neuralink. Each venture represents a massive technical challenge that established companies had either ignored or declared impossible. Yet Musk's teams consistently achieve breakthrough after breakthrough by questioning fundamental assumptions and rebuilding entire industries from first principles. Take SpaceX's reusable rockets. For decades, the aerospace industry accepted that rockets were disposable. Musk asked a simple question: why throw away a $100 million rocket after one use? That question led to completely reimagining rocket design and ultimately reducing launch costs by over 90%. Today, SpaceX is the only company capable of sending American astronauts to the International Space Station. Tesla has forced every major automaker to accelerate their electric vehicle programs. Starlink is providing internet to remote areas worldwide. Neuralink is developing brain implants that could help paralyzed patients. His newest venture, XAI, is pushing the boundaries of artificial intelligence. The numbers are staggering. Musk's net worth fluctuates around $250 billion, making him one of the wealthiest people in human history. But here's what sets him apart from other billionaires. He keeps risking everything on increasingly ambitious projects. Critics call him reckless, unpredictable, even dangerous. Supporters see him as the closest thing we have to a real-life Tony Stark. The truth is probably somewhere in between. What's undeniable is that Musk has fundamentally changed multiple industries and inspired countless entrepreneurs to think bigger. His story proves that the biggest breakthroughs come from questioning what everyone else accepts as impossible. Sometimes the immigrant outsider perspective is exactly what established industries need to wake them up and start innovating again. Whether you love him or hate him, Elon Musk has shown us what happens when someone refuses to accept limitations and keeps pushing toward an impossible future.